Hi, I'm Pastor Chris, Pastor of Worship and Communications at Southside Baptist Church in Mooresville, North Carolina. I'm also the sign teacher for the Greater Gaston Baptist Association Children's Choir Camp. This year's sign song is called I Believe from Pam Andrews' new musical Elijah Rocks. And in this video, in an unprofessional and kind of informal way, I want to walk through that song, hopefully be a help to some folks as we learn this piece together. Let's start with the first verse, which is the only verse. It's got kind of two sections to it, so let's start with that first section. The words are, rain down your love on me. For rain, we're going to take two claw hands and we're going to make two kind of downward motions like the rain is falling down. So rain down your love on me. Love, we all know love, hands crossed over the chest with fists like this. And then me, anytime we do me, I, my in this song, we're just going to do a flat palm to the chest like that with the right hand. So the first phrase, rain down your love on me. Second line, dear Lord, your love I need. For Lord, there's a couple ways to do it, but we're going to do an L starting at the left shoulder and going down to the right hip like a king's sash for Lord. Dear Lord, your love, we do that sign again, I need. And for need, we do a hook. It's the Y hand in the sign alphabet and do two forceful motions with the right hand. Third phrase is please put your power in me. And for the word put, we're basically going to take our hands like we're grabbing something and then putting it somewhere else or moving it forward a little bit, just a forward motion with and hands or kind of a pinched hand there. So please put your power. Power is two fists, almost like you're going to box somebody. And I usually make one fist a little higher than the other one, like a boxing pose. Power in me. So that phrase is please put your power in me. And actually, I don't think we're even going to do your there. I think we're going to put please put your power in me. We're going to skip the your in that phrase. Then, oh, hear my call. For here, we're going to take a cupped hand to the ear and then extend it out. Hear my, and then call, we're going to kind of do the sign for shout, actually, which is kind of a cupped hand. Sometimes it's done like this, but we're going to do a cupped hand and then extend it out, like we're throwing our voices out. So, oh, hear my call is, oh, hear my call. That's the first section of this verse. Then we go to the second half, which begins by saying, you walk with me each day. You, anytime we're talking about God as you in this song, we're going to have our palm up to God with our right hand. And I know I'm off screen here, sorry about that, but our upwards palm, almost like our palm is the face of God and we're looking up to it. So that's going to be you. You walk with me each day. For walk, we're going to take our two hands, like their feet, and we're going to take a few steps. We're going to try to go to the beat of the music here. So for walk, we're going to take about 3 steps, I'd say. So we start with you walk with me each day. And then we're going to end with me. We're not going to actually sign the word me when we're singing the word me. We'll put me actually on the word day. So it's you walk with me each day. The next phrase, you will forever stay. Again, upward hand to God for you. We're skipping will. Then forever, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a circle with our right index finger. Then take the Y hand and go through that circle we just drew. Now some people do this a little differently. Some people skip the circle altogether. Some people do the circle upwards like this as opposed to this way. I like it this way because it kind of draws a target for you to put your Y hand through there. So forever, and then stay, conveniently enough, we take this same hand and we just do a forceful downward motion. Sometimes people do it twice, but we're just going to do one firm, forceful downward motion with the Y hand for the word stay. So that phrase is, you will forever stay. And keep it simple like that. Next phrase, please God come light our way. For God, we'll be doing it with what's like a B hand, and make a straight line down the center line of your nose, down through the buttons of your shirt. One straight motion for God. Please, God, come light our way. There's about 4 different ways to say light. The way I like to do it is I take 2 and hands, and then I kind of explode them out like that. This is actually more the sign for bright or brightness, but I like the way it looks a little bit better in the context of this song. So brightness or light. So God, come light our way. And way, what we're going to do, take W hands. Obviously, it looks like the letter W. And you're going to kind of turn them upside down, and you're going to kind of draw a straight line with them both. Nice 3D effect here on the camera. Straight line there, almost like you're showing the path you're going on, but you're using the W for way, like that. Sometimes people like to curve it, and I've done that in the past, but I think for this, we're going to be the straight and narrow path. We're going to go straight down the center there. So that phrase again is, please God, come light our way. It makes a very, very beautiful phrase. The last phrase of the verse is, you are my all. You, again, referencing God with our right hand up in the air. You are my, and then all. What you do is take your left hand, palm facing your stomach. Right hand on top of it, palm facing out. The right hand, which in sign language is most of the time the one that does the movement, it goes around in a circle and kind of taps the back of that hand there with the palm of the left hand. So it starts on top, goes around, and kind of hits the back there. All. So, you are my all. And it's okay if both hands kind of move, make a circular motion, but that right hand's the one that really does the turn there. So, you are my all. And that is the first verse, and like I said, that's the only verse, and we only do it one time, and then we go into the chorus, which follows. The chorus is also relatively simple, has a good bit of repetition in it. The name of the song is I Believe, and that's the first words we say in the chorus. And we say them several times. I, again, will be always with your right hand to your chest, flat palm against your chest. Believe is a great sign. Basically, we pointed our head, and then we turn that over into an open palm and clasp the other hand. Believe. Believe. Like that. I believe. And we do that phrase twice at the beginning of the chorus. I believe. I believe. Then the next phrase says, you have power, you have grace, and you love me. We're only going to say you have one time at the beginning, and then we'll just list the things we have in Christ after that. So for you have, we'll say you for God. Then have is just a touch to the chest with all the fingers on both hands. Just one touch. You have. Power, we've already done. We're familiar with that one. You have power. You have grace. For grace, we're going to take our right hand and do kind of a G alphabet hand sign. We're going to kind of pluck that from the air and then go down and touch our heart. There's a couple other signs for grace too, but this one's always been special to me because of that symbolism of reaching your heart. And God's grace reaches all of our hearts, and that's the joy of salvation. The other word we learn in this is love, and we've already done it. Love. Simply like that. So this phrase is you have power, you have grace, and you love me. Now, there's an echo part that happens in the other courses that we actually do it a little bit different for those that are doing the echo, but I won't talk about that right now. The next phrase is a simple I believe again. I believe. I believe. Then you will light the fire so all the world can see. When I was first choreographing this, I thought, oh goodness, that's going to be interesting to try to convey in sign language. But it's really not. It's a very simple sign that actually shows exactly what the phrase is trying to do, which is light a fire. And that's what we're going to do with our hands. So we start with you. You will light the fire. You take your left hand, put it up like this, Then your right hand, do an index finger, or you can do your whole hand, but I like the index finger because it looks like a match. We stroke it up the hand like this, like we're lighting a match. Then the left hand changes to an index finger, and the hand goes on top, and it's like a flame. So let me do that again slowly. Strike up there, and then like that. And in time, it would be, you will light the fire. The last part of that phrase is, so all the world can see. Instead of the word so, we're going to do that, and we're just going to do a simplified form of that, which is just a firm motion forward with the Y hand. The so, or that. All the world can see. World, take two W hands again, and we're going to make a circle around each other, kind of like what we did with all. Do a circle like that, all the way around. And then the last sign is C. We take a V hand, point at our eyes, and just go forward. There. So that all the world can see. That whole complete phrase is, you will light the fire so all the world can see. One more time. You will light the fire so all the world can see. And that's all of the chorus. And we repeat the chorus 2 more times after this, but we add the echo. And now to tell you a little bit about the overall structure of the song. I've been telling you bits and pieces, but to walk you through from the beginning, first we have the verse. It's essentially 2 sections. We only do the verse 1 time. Then we do the chorus. The first time we do the chorus, there's no echo. It's straightforward. Everybody does exactly the same thing. But then we repeat the chorus 2 more times, and we add an echo. And the echo just really repeats repeats each phrase for the first couple of lines. I believe, and then another group would repeat I believe. And the only difference is the echo group, when we get to the phrase, you have power, you have grace, and you love me. We remember that one. You have power, then grace, and then love. Well, the echo group actually, to the beat of the music, echoes you love me by saying you love me. So there's some time there. So what we're going to do with the echo group is they would actually sign out those all 3 words. You love me. That's the only difference. Everything else is just repeating it as it comes along. After we've done the chorus, the 3rd time, there is a repeat of the last phrase, you will light the fire so all the world can see. And we'll do it exactly the same way as we did all the other times. You will light the fire so all the world can see. You will light the fire so all the world can see. And that's how we'll end, with that motion there. The last thing I want to do is I want to walk through the entire song 1 more time, just from beginning to end, without stopping, or at least I'll try not to stop. This is kind of informal and impromptu, but to give you a sense of the continuity, or at least of the basic parts of the song in order and in structure. So it begins. Rain down your love on me. Dear Lord, your love I need. Please put your power in me. Oh, hear my call. You walk with me each day. You will forever stay. Please, God, come light our way. You are my all. I believe. I believe. You have power, you have grace, and you love me. I believe. I believe. You will light the fire so all the world can see. And that's a little simple run through of the main elements there. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you at sign class and choir camp this year. Should be a great time together. See you there.